frightening admission from China's defence minister over the weekend that his forces were ready to forcefully prevent Taiwan's independence. And also this morning, a warning from Australia's Strategic Policy Institute. The government's defence plans won't improve our military capabilities for at least a decade. Joining us live from Canberra is the Independent Senator Jacqui Lambie. Jacqui, were you surprised by this flex from China over the weekend, or is it more of the same?
Oh, it's just more of the same stuff coming from them, isn't it? I mean, what would you expect? I think that they would have a better chance, Pete, instead of being a dictators, trying to be a democracy. That might sway Taiwan in a bit. But seriously, this is the sort of behaviour we get, aggressive behaviour from the Chinese Communist Party. There is no doubt about that. And that will continue. Nothing's ever going to change that. So all we're waiting on is whether or not they're going to be half serious and go in there and go against Taiwan and see what occurs over that, you know. So I think that's where we're at. I think it's the waiting. But as for us being ready, you're kidding yourself, right? We are not ready. All this billions of dollars that we're wasting on submarines, where we could be putting so much more equipment out there. I don't know, but in 10 years' time, and that's going to be on a good day, and I don't expect them to be built because they're bloody hopeless at doing any of that sort of stuff. You've seen Defence's procurement and what it's been like over the last 20 or 25 years, and it has been beyond disappointing. They are the reason that we're in the situation today. So it's extremely, it is extremely difficult with that procurement stuff. Too slow, too much waste going on. That's where we're at. But seriously, mate, those submarines, I'm not interested in them. Where we're going are missiles and robotics. That's exactly wherever other militaries around the world are heading. They're not talking about new submarines, except for us in the United States.
Well, I mean, so I was going to ask you, so ASPI, this is as an aside to all of that, ASPI said that our military capabilities won't be improved for a decade. Now, Matt Thistlethwaite, the Assistant Defence Minister on the program, refuting all of that this morning, saying that hardware is coming online over the next 4 years, so she'll be right, mate. So are you in ASPI's corner there?
Yeah, I definitely am in ASPI's corner, and if anybody's got the read on the ground, it will be ASPI, I can assure you. So if ASPI's saying they're being kinder than me, though, saying, it would take 10 years, I'd say you'd want another 20, and you better start doubling up your defence spending to get anywhere there. But the biggest problem we have right now is, once again, is keeping those guys in uniform and keeping them serving and getting people to actually join up. That's the problem that we're having today. That's one of the major problems, if not the biggest issue that we have today, are serving people.
On to another topic, Jacqui, a forward look at the Fair Work Commission today. It's in about 2 hours' time from now, so 2.6 million Australians, they stand to get a pay rise. Are you concerned that if it goes too big today, it becomes inflationary?
I am a little bit concerned. There has been some big pay rises over the last, 6 to 8 months out there. What I do know is we have just over 3 million Australians living below the poverty line, 700,000 of them are children. I would like to see more money generated in that direction, because they'll only spend on essentials and pay their bills. So that is growing. And the other thing is, here you go to our Defence Force again. You've given them a 3% pay rise. And by the way, I've already heard from yesterday, I don't know if you know this, Pete, but they've also put up their rental defence personnel 8%. So their 3% they're not going to earn anything out of. And from the Defence Housing Authority and stuff like that, their housing and their rental has gone up 8%. So they're not making anything. So it always bothers me when we have people who are undermanned, and we've got them out there and we're paying 3%, and we've got workers out there that want 5 or 6%. I think, we really need to look at what's going on here, and the inflation. If it's going to push inflation up, no one's going to win, because interest rates are going up. No one wins out of that.
No, the union aiming for 5%, business wants 2%. We'll see where they land. Again, that's coming up in about 2 hours. It'll all be here on Sky. Just finally, Jacqui, Josh Frydenberg, according to reports, is in for Kooyong when the next election rolls around. How do you think that plays out if a young woman has already been pre-selected?
Yeah, I don't think that's very good at all. She's already been pre-selected. They already are known to have a female problem in the Liberal Party. And quite frankly, I think by Josh coming back in there, or trying his way back in there, that will only help Monique Ryan maintain her seat. That's what I think. So I think he needs to come out this morning, and he needs to be very clear that he's not running. He's had the opportunities, and I can see why Jeff Kennett's a little crappy with him this morning, because he has had opportunities. They've been begging him to come back. He said no, he didn't want it. So coming back now is just a no-go.
So that's regardless of if the boundaries get redrawn?
Yep, obviously, yeah. So, I mean, they've already picked a candidate. She's been selected. and that's how it should remain. It should, that's how it should remain.
Should stay there. All right. Jacqui Lambie, good to see you as always. We'll chat to you soon.